but for fuck's sake, it was the fiddle. They should be a dime a dozen, shouldn't they? I mean, Bryant can bring a baby on tour, can he? Connor twirled a drumstick in his fingers. The drum set that accompanied the sticks was in the garage, as none of the prospective fiddle players who'd auditioned thus far had progressed to the "let's see how you sound when you play with us" stage. They're, like, real small. No, are you stupid? Kit scowled at him. We barely have room in that van for us, let alone Bryant, Aaron, and the baby. Besides, man, a baby. I'm surprised no one went for the obvious joke of how we already have a baby in the van. Jeff grinned over at Vix. He winked. Vix ignored him. At 25, she was technically the youngest person in the band. Even if it was her the band was named after, though she'd been Vix to everyone but her parents since the 2nd grade. Kit's the newest member, she pointed out. So technically, in seniority terms, it's him. I've been here for 2 years, Kit protested. There was a knock at the door that startled them all. Their next audition was here, and Vix's headache was only going to get worse. Jeff hollered, "Come on in," and Vix readied herself to be disappointed yet again. Jesus, she wanted a Coke Zero. Water sucked and had all the flavor of, well, water. Ew. The basement had a walkout and a separate entrance, which meant they could hold the auditions in air-conditioned comfort and not have strangers traipsing through the nicer areas of the Townsleys' house upstairs. Which was a good thing, considering the guy with the beard had also left muddy footprints on the floor and it wasn't wet outside. But the girl who walked in for the next audition probably would have fit in well with the clean-cut, standard country decor the Townsleys favored. She looked like she'd gotten lost on the way to band practice, with her summer dress, long, straight brown hair worn past her shoulders, and perfect-length fringe bangs. Vix envied girls who could pull off bangs. She looked like she was 10 when she tried having them, even with the purple hair. I'm here for the audition, Fringe Bang said hesitantly. For the fiddle player? She held up a violin case, as if maybe they didn't know what that was. Well, she was the first one that had showed up with her instrument properly stored, so that was already a plus as far as Vix was concerned. She peered at the girl. She was tall, but most people were taller than Vix, and looked nervous. And Vix immediately wanted to lecture her about going to strange people's basements and why that wasn't a good idea. Said Jeff, when it became apparent they were all staring at her. Are you old enough to be here? Trust Jeff to get right to the point. I'm 21, the girl said. They all had to lean forward to catch what she was saying. If she played the fiddle as quietly as she spoke, it wouldn't matter if she sucked or not, because no one would hear her. What's your name? Vix thought that the girl looked vaguely familiar, but that might be because she looked wholesome enough to be in a soap commercial, or maybe a CoverGirl poster at Target. Sawyer Bell, she said. Cool name, said Vix. I'm the Victoria of Victoria Vincent, which is us. She indicated the band with a wave of her hand. This is Jeff Townley, bass guitarist, Connor Rice, drummer, and Kit Casey, keyboardist, pedal steel player, and occasional guitarist. I sing and play guitar, and usually people call me Vix. Nice to meet y'all. Sawyer cleared her throat and held up the violin case. Should I play? Wait, you do understand this tour runs through August, right? Vix asked, because in addition to looking like she should be working at Ann Taylor Loft, Sawyer had to be a college student. Sawyer nodded. I don't have to be back at school until September. Where do you go to school? University of Tennessee? That was where Vix assumed people from around here went to college. Most everyone she'd gone to high school with had moved from Germantown to Knoxville if they'd done the whole college thing. The girl ducked her head like she was embarrassed.